all here agree that setting goals is important. Goals are important. If you don't have goals, you are not living, you're just existing. You're just going with the flow. If you don't have goals, you are not living with a purpose, but you're living according to the pressure around you, with the people around you. If you don't have goals, you are letting someone or something run your life. And that's not good. I was not a goal setter before. I don't set goals. I'm too bad in setting goals. I just become goal-oriented when I became a pastor. When God entrusted me the ministry and God entrusted me the people around me, then that changed my heart. And when I became a follower of Jesus, I became a goal setter. And these are the things that I learned in the process of goal setting. That goals are important, and goals are actually a statement of faith. If your identity is clear, you must have goal. I don't know if you have goals or you don't have goals, but if you are a follower of Jesus, if you are Jesus' follower, you must have goals. Because Jesus himself have a goal for you. He came to seek and to save you. Because he doesn't want you to perish, and he doesn't want anyone to come to perish but have eternal life. And that's why Paul even said here, it is not that I've already reached the goal, okay, the goal that he wanted, or have already completed the course, but I run to win the goal to which Jesus Christ has already won for me. Jesus has a goal for you. And if you set goals, you also are practicing your faith. If you are a follower of Jesus, if your identity, just like what we talked last week, is clear, you must have goal. And if you don't have goals, then your faith is questionable. Goals are manifestations of faith. Big goals, big faith. Small goals, small faith. No goals, no faith. What are your goals? Another thing is, I learned that goals help you focus in life. Now, listen, this is very interesting. According to research, in 2022, the human attention span is only 12 seconds. 2000. Year 2000, according to research, the human attention span is only 12 seconds. After 12 seconds, you'll get distracted. Your minds will wander. 20 years after, 2020, it dropped down to only 8 seconds. See, you're distracted now. Huh? Because that's what's happening in our mind. And according to a Harvard study in year 2010, an average person's mind wanders for 47% of the time. So if I'm talking here for 40 minutes or 30 minutes, 50% of that, your mind wanders. You'll just, what is he saying? In other words, you're not listening to me. Some of you are sleeping. Some of you are checking your phone, or some of you are just wondering, what would be my food later? Where would I go later? What the shopping later? What should I do later? Because that's the reality. And that's actually attributed to the rise of digital distractions. And we will talk more about that in the fourth message of this series. But what I want to tell you is, I myself, I'm constantly distracted of something or someone else. I have that problem, I think last year or the past 2 years. I would say, I want to tell you something. I lost it, right? I want to do something. I lost it. I went upstairs and then said, I want to get something here, but I forgot. That's how distracted I was. And what helps me focus are goals. Paul said, I run straight to the goal with purpose in every step. I fight to win. I'm not just shadow boxing or playing around. Without goals, your mind will wander. You will just wander in life. You will just go with the flow in life. But with goals, you will live with purpose. With goals, you will set your energy focus. With goals, you will stop playing around. Goals are important, especially in times when you're feeling giving up, when you feel giving up. And as the process of goals, as you process to achieve your goals, God will slowly mold you into the person He wanted you to be. God will mold you, and you will keep your focus in life despite all the distractions. Number two, lastly, I learned that goals are important because it will help you become better than before. Goals will not only motivate you, but it will also inspire you and improve your life to become better. You are created and called to become better than before. So I pray that you will set your goals this year if you don't have any yet. Okay? Are we communicating? Now let's go to the hard part of this message. We already settled the part that goals are important. Yes, it will help you focus, it will give you motivation, it will keep you going, it will give you inspiration, it will help you become better than before. But if you are a follower of Jesus, you must set goals. And the next part of this message, which I want to talk to those followers of Jesus personally, okay? If you are a follower of Jesus, I want to talk to you. But if you're not a follower of Jesus yet, you're still contemplating to follow Jesus, you are just trying to try out, oh, what about this Jesus? I don't want to try the church again, but let me give it a try. Maybe you can try to check the message that I'm going to share you, going to suggest later, and maybe you can try if it's worth following. Okay, while goals are important, the content of your goals is equally important. You can set goals whatever you want to set, but the content of your goals is also equally important. Now, I'm not in the position to tell you what are the goals that you want to achieve this year. I understand that every family, every marriage are unique. And with that, we set different goals for our family and for our marriage. Every person here are different. We have different strengths, we have different weaknesses, we have different gifts, we have different struggles, we're going through different seasons of life. So we set goals differently. But there is one question. There's one question that I want you to consider when you set your goals this year. There's one question that I want you to ask yourself when you set your goals this year. And this question is very applicable to anyone, even whatever season of life you are going through this very moment. Now, the question that I'm going to show to you is terrifying because it will reveal the real you. The question that I'm going to share to you is dangerous and scary because if you answer it correctly, it will change your life. This question that I'm going to share to you changed my life, changed my marriage, and changed our family. And this question has helped us how to set goals every single year. The question that I'm going to show to you is actually the fuel that motivated Jesus to come here to seek and to save you, because He doesn't want us to go to hell, but to be in His presence. The question that I'm going to share to you has moved men and women of God to do something in their life to help other people become better. And in the process of taking actions to the question, they become better themselves. So I pray, as I show you the question, You're so thrilled already, huh? As I show you the question, I pray that you will consider this when you set your goals this year. Because this question will help you become better than before. Is there any question? The question is, what breaks your heart? What breaks your heart? We're just starting. What breaks your heart? Yes, there are many things in the world that bother you and bother me personally, culturally, economically, the injustices, the unfair, locally. It bothers you, the potholes, the snow, provincially, nationally, internationally. But I'm not asking you to think that big. I'm just asking you that there must be one thing, one concern that bothers you today at this very moment. And if you can think of any, it's okay. I'll address that later, okay? I can't think of any. What do you mean by what breaks my heart, Jeff? I can't think of any. Okay, it's okay. I'll talk about that in a short while. But let me share with you how this question has changed my life and our marriage. It breaks our heart to see how the world is destroying the next generation. It breaks my heart to see young people following the world. It breaks my heart that this next generation is in great peril. And that's why for me, it changed the way how we parent. Before we send our kids to day home and all. This is not what I'm saying, okay? What I'm saying is our decision is to homeschool our two little boys. It costs us a lot. My wife cannot go full-time. She'll have to take care of our kids. And that changed our family dynamics. It changed us because it's very important for us to be there, especially in their formative years. Because we've seen how children today, parents, how kids succumb to gadgets. If you are not doing anything about that gadget, you are destroying the life of your kids. That's not the topic, but that breaks my heart. That's why our kids, they're only allowed Friday night, my son, Friday night, up to Sunday night, to check their iPad or iPhone. And not allowed during weekdays. And sometimes, good job, Reggie. They talk about fasting. Last Sunday at the Sunday school. After my son, what did you learn? I said, oh, Dad, I really learned from Ninong, Reggie, from teacher Reggie, about fasting. Oh, so I decided I'll fast from iPhone for the whole month of January. Good job. And that's very important. Your presence that breaks our heart to see kids failing, kids rejecting their parents. And that's why we are intentional in our parenting. It breaks our heart whenever we see marriages failing. That's why we're so advocate about marriage or investing in your marriage through marriage retreat. This year is going to be our 5th marriage retreat. We've done this every single year. Our heart's desire is to protect the very core foundation of our society. The number one relationship that the enemy is destroying is marriage. And if marriage is destroyed, the rest can easily be destroyed. This question gives me passion and vision to start Life Community Church. We don't have a shortage of church in this city. In fact, there are hundreds of churches around the city. We don't need additional one. But it breaks my heart to see churches lacking of strong community and accountability. It breaks my heart to see there's no family relationship and the pastor or the leaders are so distant from the people. And that's why we introduce a new brand of church who intentionally represent Jesus and build a strong relationship and community with a desire to grow intentionally towards Christ likeness. This year, I want you to grow spiritually. And it breaks my heart if you will not grow spiritually. And that's why this year, I'm always done for the next year around October or November with some adjustment for my schedule for next year. So this year, I prepared 11 series for you. We'll talk about the roles of the Holy Spirit. We'll talk about how to study the Bible. We'll talk about the person and the deity of Jesus through His resurrection. We'll talk about the necessity of community. We will talk about the church. We will talk about the unchanging character of God. And we'll talk about more because I want you to grow. And that's what we're going to do this year because it breaks my heart that you will not grow in your relationship with God. So let me ask you this question again. What breaks your heart? Like what I said, I'm not asking you to think big. I'm not asking you to do big things. I'm not telling you, it breaks my heart, the Los Angeles, I have to go there and help people. You can't do that. You have to course through some standards or process. It breaks my heart, the national climate change or the international climate change. Yeah, it breaks my heart too, but I'm not telling you to do something like as big as that. I'm just telling you, what is this one thing that you can't get out of your head? You can take another step if you will not take action about it. Let me, again. If you have the power to change someone's life, to change someone's marriage, to change someone's family, to change someone's community or a community, what would it be? What changed your heart? If you don't have answer to this question, it's okay. You don't need to force it. But please think about this. Because if nothing breaks your heart, that says something about you. That can be an indicator that you have something work to do in your life. Because as a follower of Jesus, you must not only claim His promise, but you must be a fulfillment of His promises. The next thing I'm going to share to you is even bolder. If nothing bothers you, that must bother you. Something is not right. Some work need to be done in your life. Please bear with me. I want to help you, okay? I'm not telling this to scold you. I just want to help you. Because if your goals this year are all about you, your goals will consume you. If all you care this year is all about you, you will end up empty this year. If your goals this year is all about you, that must bother you. And this is what I meant when I said, this message will shake your heart, shake your life. And Jesus warned us. In the account of Matthew, Jesus gathered his disciples before his death. And he said, hey, come on, let me just gather you. Come on, I have something to tell you, okay? Come on. Hey, Peter, stop talking there. Thomas, come on, let's just gather here. I want to tell you something. And this message specifically to his disciples, to his followers, to the people that claim to believe in Jesus and following Jesus. And this is what Jesus said. If any of you, okay, disciples, and this is his message, and also he's asking or telling you about these things. Listen to me. If you claim to believe in Jesus, if you claim to be followers of Jesus, you have to listen to this. This is for you. This is for your own good. My intention is to help you and to protect you from the danger that we're going to happen to you this year. If any of you wants to be my followers, and some of them, hey, Jesus, I want to be your follower. Come on. Okay, listen to me. If any of you wants to be my follower, okay, Jesus, I want to be your follower. I raise my hand. I will follow you. Whatever it costs, wherever you go, I will follow you. And Jesus said, okay, I'm not yet done. Relax. If anyone wants to be my follower, you must give up your own way. Jesus, wait. You said to be your follower. Yeah, you have to give up your own way and take up your cross and start following me. So heavy to raise my hand now, Lord. If you understand cross, the cross during the time of Jesus, if you're carrying the cross or any piece of the cross, that means you abandon yourself. You abandon your own selfish interests. You abandon your own agenda. You abandon your goal, and that includes your dreams, and that includes what you want to be and to do this year. Whatever you want to do this year, because you want to follow Jesus, you will abandon that. Are you really willing to follow me this year? This part I will, but come on, Jesus. Why you would tell me you must give up your own way, take up your cross, take up my cross and follow you? That's so hard. If you don't have goals this year, you're in trouble. And if you set your goals this year all about yourself, you are in a deep trouble, my friend. Jesus continues. Because if you try to hang on to your life, if you try to continue living according to your will, according to your ways, according to your plans, you will lose it. You will lose it. The word lose here, the Greek word is apollin. Apollimi. It doesn't mean that I lost my wallet, I lost my key, I lost my phone. No. The Greek word here is to ruin, to destroy your life. If you will try to hang to your life, you are trying to destroy your life. You're trying to ruin your life. If your goals are all about yourself, not only your goals will consume you, but you will lose them and end up, you will get tired, lonely, and empty in life. Lose your life not because something happened, something tragedy that happened, but you lose your life because of your own selfish goals in life. Because you try to cling, to hang on, you try to focus on your own personal interests and not for the interests of others. And in that sense, because of that, you ruin and destroy your life. And you've seen this to people. I've seen this to people. And the reason why I'm sharing this, because I don't want you to be one of these people who are ruining, destroying their life. They have big houses, but you can't see people in their house. I know some people, not here, they bought some houses, but they don't want to welcome people in their house. End up, nasunog ang house. Burned. They have new cars, nice cars, but they have to work double jobs, triple jobs, and end up, they don't have time to enjoy life. I've seen many people want more money, more money, more money, and as a result, they start losing their family. We were in Calgary. I've received this call numerous times and said, why this person keep calling me? And we were doing our family retreat, so it's just I want to spend time with my family. But we're not in Calgary. We're in Kananaskis, somewhere there, in the mountains. And then when going back here, and said, sweetheart, can you answer that while I'm driving? Then, I've been calling you since the past 3 weeks, 3 days, because my child and the partner committed suicide. They both survived. And then I was just listening. And the person said, we've done everything. We provided for them. We have yaya for them. We send them to prestigious school. We send them to whatever they want, buy gadgets for them and all. But when I asked my child, the person just said, I don't need your money. I need your presence. If you try to hang on to your personal, selfish interests, you will lose it. You will lose your marriage. You will lose your family. You will lose your own kids because of your personal goals in life. And that is what I'm trying to protect you, my friend. And that's what I'm trying to protect you from the danger that's ahead of us this year. People who are devoted to themselves will lose themselves and will end up destroying themselves. You probably know these people, or you are probably this kind of people. If you're full of yourself, if your goals are full of yourself, you will lose it. But if you do it for Jesus, Jesus will tell you something here. This is what I want to tell you before Jesus will give his last statement. At the end of your life, you will be celebrated by the difference you made. Not the difference, not the money or the dollar that you made. At the end of your life, people will celebrate the difference you made, not the dollar you made. You will be remembered by the money you gave, not the money you save. I am into savings, okay? I am into good financial stewardship. Savings are good. But at the end of the day, please don't misquote me, okay? Savings are good. But at the end of the day, at the end of your life, how you use your time, how you use your talents, how you use your treasure are the ones that truly matter. And this is what Jesus is protecting us from. This is what Jesus is trying to save us from. He wants to save us from destroying ourselves. If we keep clinging, hanging on to our personal goals, we will lose it. But he continued. But if you give up. That's paradox. That's oxymoron. It's like if I give up my life for Jesus' sake, then you will save your life. And this is what's amazing about Jesus. And what he's saying here is this: if you want to fill your life, you must empty it for Jesus first. If you want to gain more in life, you can achieve it through giving in life. I'm not asking your money. We're not asking money here. But if you want to win in life, you can only achieve it by giving up your life for Jesus. That means you align your goals to His goals. You align your will to His will. You align your life to the life that Jesus wanted you to have this year. Becoming better this year is a result of following, obeying, and living for Jesus. In contrary, if you will stop following Jesus, it will cost you more. It might cost your life. This is not actually about doing something for Jesus. This is more about becoming like Jesus, embracing His will, embracing His character, growing and showing His character to anyone, anytime, and anywhere. So I pray, as you set your goals this year, don't be too focused on yourself. Seek His will. As you set your goals this year, please be mindful. Don't be full of yourself, because you will end up empty. As you set your goals this year, ask the question, what breaks your heart? Losing your family is worth fighting for. I pray that you will fight for your marriage. I pray that you will fight for your family. I pray that you will fight for your kids. I pray that you will fight what God wants you to fight this year. Serve God through your family. Serve God with the gifts that He entrusted to you. Stop pursuing worldly stuff. Serve God to the people around you. And if you do, listen, if you align your goals to God, what God wants you to do, if you align your goals and make your goals others focus, look, my last verse for you. If your goals are good, you will find favor and you will be respected. Make your goals focus on Jesus and focus on others. And that is the way to experience fulfillment in life. You will gain more in life and you will end up winning in life.